But now let's dive into our feature story of the day. We have Pharma Bro Martin Shkreli predicting Bitcoin hitting $1 million per coin this year in 2024, giving it a 75% probability. So let's break it down. As the headline reads here, but let's start with the actual tweet he just recently wrote on April 1st, which had 1.4 million views. I think there's a 75% chance of Bitcoin being $1 million by year end. I can't talk about the thesis, but that's it. My prediction. And naturally, being it was April 1st, I think people assumed, April Fools. Someone wrote here, if Bitcoin hit 1 million by end of the year, then that would mean we reached a systemic collapse of fiat confidence and likely the worst recession, depression anyone alive has experienced. Retail FOMO and ETFs alone can't drive a top like that over that short a duration. And he responded, not necessarily though. And the other guy responded, it'd require 14.6x from here, 1.345 trillion to nearly 20 trillion market cap in just 9 months. It would be the single largest and fastest rise in any asset in the history of the civilized world. That's an asset increase that's equal to the aggregate gold, silver, Apple, Microsoft market caps combined. And then someone else chimed in, Bitcoin has risen much faster than 14.6x in 9 months in the past, 2013 and 2017, for instance. Good points. Obviously, it had much smaller market cap back then. Good points. And then someone wrote, pushing the denominator of the size is a challenge. Then again, crazier things have happened in history and pretty good little back and forth. But nonetheless, let's dive into the article, which was written based upon this synopsis. Former pharmaceutical executive Martin Shkreli made the bold prediction Monday, proclaiming 75% chance that Bitcoin reaches $1 million by the end of the year. Does it sound familiar? We also had Samson Mao predicting 1 million per coin this year, which we'd covered a few times on the pod. Now, what happened? Shkreli, who was convicted of securities fraud in 2018, sentenced to 7 years in prison, took to his X account to voice his opinion, which I just read out loud. He dismissed comments that his prediction is an April Fool's Day joke. Shkreli did not provide a thesis for his prediction, as commentators pointed out, saying he just wanted to document the call. Shkreli shrugged off the argument that such a scenario would require a systemic collapse of fiat confidence and likely the worst recession or depression anyone has lived through and experienced, with the words, not necessarily. Now, Shkreli's call far exceeds the bullish prediction of hedge fund manager Mark Yusko, who foresees the Bitcoin price spike to $150,000 within the next 12 months. Quoting him here, Bitcoin is the king. It is the dominant token. It is a better form of gold, he shared on CNBC's Fast Money. And quoting Max Keiser, gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. Now, Yusko also said that it can go up 10x from here easily over the next decade. Now, if we 10x from the current price action, we're discussing like a $700,000 Bitcoin price family. That's when things get very exciting. Now, Shkreli joins the ranks of hyper-bullish Bitcoin predictions, such as ARK Investa CEO Cathie Wood predicting the apex predator soaring to 3.8 million per Bitcoin by the end of the decade, which I've recently covered here as well on the pod. If you've missed that episode, be sure to check it out. Now, in the short run, Bitcoin is looking to maintain its winning streak, recording its 7th straight monthly green candle and highest ever monthly close. So you already know, family. Let me know your thoughts surrounding Shkreli's 1 million price prediction. Do you think that's overly bullish? Why do you think he didn't have any thesis or commentary to share on that? Do you respect that target? Do you think there is a 75% probability? Or do you flip that? Maybe you think there's only a 25% probability. Or do you just think it's outrageous and maybe only a 5 to 10% probability? Here's where I stand. My price prediction for the cycle remains my bear scenario, 222,000. That's my low. And my bull scenario, 750,000 per coin. Shkreli's target for this year in 2024, I'd give it 10 to 15% chance probability. By next year, I'd give it a little higher, maybe 20 to 25% chance probability, but I'm still feeling it's not likely to happen this cycle, but the following cycle, the 2028 halving, that's when I can realistically see Bitcoin hitting $1 million per coin, taking out some of Cathie Wood's price targets. And by the year 2030, at the top of the decade, smashing 3.8 million. Sounds good to me, but let me know your thoughts. Are you bullish as Shkreli? Do you think that's a crazy target? Do you think it's realistic? What's your probability you're going to throw on that? Holla at your boy.